Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So this is part 3 of my Tamiya TT02B project performance, if you've been following it. The latest upgrades have just arrived. Very quick recap of what's been done so far. The car came from Christopher, massive thank you for that. It came fully ball raced, the car's brand new, had the alloy prop shaft and cups in there and the alloy motor mount as standard. So I had a great platform. In the last video I've now fitted the FRP shock towers, which enables me to fit I've fitted turnbuckles on there now. Something else, I've got carbon battery stray in there, and I've got universal joints all round. In this video the Jazz Rider steering alloy has turned up. Whether that's a true upgrade I honestly don't know. I've always thought that as bling. I don't know if there's any flex in the plastic arms, but I thought it's quite a cheap upgrade, so we'll do it. And as we're doing that, we'll then get rid of the plastic steering arms and we'll fit turnbuckles, and then the car is fully adjustable. So that's going to be cool. And the TT02B stroke DF03 shocks have turned up, and this is the new ones. I do have these, or the old version of these, on the DF03 MS. But these have slightly changed. Don't know if they're better or worse, but we will see. So yeah, so in this video this is what we're going to install, and I'm thinking of spraying the springs white as well. I've seen a couple of guys do it on the Facebook group, and it seems to work as long as you use obviously PS paint. So I'll probably have a go at that, because I don't like the gold springs, and as for me always, when you've got some nice sort of higher end shocks on, I think the coloured springs do look better. I say coloured, I don't like any other colour apart from white on springs for some reason, which is weird. It's personal preference, isn't it? Anyway, that's enough. First things first, I think we'll get the steering sorted out and have a look at that. Right, so just quickly show you what we've got. So as I said, the steering mechanism is from Jazz Rider. I use their online website and it's superb. I've never fitted these before. Comes with 4 bearings. So yeah, we'll just have to see how we get on with that. I'm not really sure, but as I say, at the same time, we'll fit the steering turnbuckles to it. And then these are the new TT02B and DF03 aluminium damper set, which they do differ now from the older ones for the DF03. As I say, don't know if they're better or worse, and you probably want a part number, don't you? Oh, there it is, top corner. And these are probably the cheapest upgraded shocks that Tamiya do. These are sort of usually way cheaper than the small bore aeration shocks, so obviously they're not as good. But I think as long as I can get them working and they're pretty smooth, and it'd be nice if I can colour the springs white, but again, we'll see. Right, onto the steering. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment. So these 3 plastic arms, we'll replace them with alloy, and I'm going to try and hopefully I'll have some turnbuckles I can swap, take these plastic arms off, and get that on, so we've got full adjustment on toe in and out on the front. I'll also see if I've got another small turnbuckle to replace this plastic arm that goes direct to the servo. That'd be a nice thing to change as well. As I say, don't know, I mean it's going to bearings, so that's going to be better. But anyway, we'll fit it and see what happens. Right, so that's that on, and it's mainly good, but there is a bad bit about it. Now, when I put the 2 arms on, as I say, they've got a pair of bearings in each. They're awesome. Tighten them down hard, and obviously that is a big improvement. That's a genuine upgrade. But when you put the bridge across, it's got a lot of play in it. Now, it's not a massive amount side to side, which would be more worrying, but it's kind of just up and down. So I'm gonna have to do something about whether it needs a washer underneath the head and thread lock it in position, because I think once I put a washer in and I tighten it up, the whole mechanism's going to go tight. So that's something to look at in time, but I think overall early indications are that's definitely a good upgrade. And I've also, in my box of tricks, got enough turnbuckles. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough, so I've got these 2 chunky ones for the steering with the black ball ends, and I found this little one with an adjustable nut on it, which is cool, and I've gone for the grey turnbuckles for the actual servo arm. So I'll measure them up now and we'll get them on. Right, so that's actually all worked out well. So as I said, I've got the steering turnbuckles on, and I've made this little turnbuckle up for the steering. and that it's got good lock as well, both sides, and obviously we're using universal joints, so we'll be able to give it full lock. And I'll be honest, that does feel a lot better. That noise, that's that. I'm definitely gonna have to get that sorted out because that's going to annoy me. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's great. Right, shocks. Right, so that's the shocks built, fitted. So I did that all off camera because there's a lot of messing around with internal spaces and what have you. So the rears have got standard shock tower and arm positions, which is basically there's 3 on each and they're in the middle, top and bottom. The rears are using 2-hole pistons and medium Tamiya oil. I've put about, what have I put? I've put 6mm internal spacer in each shock to eliminate the droop. There is still a tiny little bit of droop, but I think that's okay, to be honest. Now obviously the car's not got its running weight in it, so you can't really set it up. It will want a little bit of adjustion on the collar, easy for me to say. But they feel really good, really good. On the fronts, so it's pretty much the same, apart from the fronts are using 3-hole piston. There's a 6.5mm internal spacer in each shock, and again using Tamiya medium oil. The fronts have got a little bit more kick to them than the rears. The springs have got a little bit more tension, but what that's given us is basically the kind of ride height that I want. Again, so if I just let it all settle and then just without pushing it down, so you saw that little bit of droop on the back, which is fine. There's not so much on the front because I've taken a bit of adjustment up on the front, but again, that feels absolutely superb. This is, as I said, this once the running gear's in it, we'll make the final changes, but that honestly is feeling superb now. Way better than the standard black CVAs. So yeah, that is coming together now. My TT02B Project Performance race car. That's a mouthful. Loving it, absolutely loving it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the short, I said I'm going to spray the springs white and I still am, but I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to take a while to get the paint on them and it may not work. So there's no point in prolonging this video longer than it needs to be. Right, so it's starting to come together now. Really enjoying this project. You know I enjoy most of the stuff I do, but I don't know, this particular one kind of floats my boat, what we're trying to do. So yeah, that's awesome. So the next video will be one of either two things, depends what upgrades turn up next. What I would prefer to do is I've ordered the TT02 high-speed gear set, which allows me to change change spur gears, use different pinions so I can get different ratios, because we're going brushless on it, so we're going to make this thing very quick. So I need that to come. Once that's here, then we can fit the brushless combo in, well, all the electrics actually. And then the other thing I'm waiting for is I'm fitting a different body set on this. I'm using the TRF 511 503 body and wing. It's going to take some fettling to fit it. I know ages ago I sat my 503 body shell on a TT02 and I know we can make it fit, and then since then I think a couple of guys have done it and it looks great. But the wing's a problem because this has got the Neoscotcher wing mount, so I'm going to have to do a complete bodge on the wing to get it lower and set at the right angle. Not too sure how I'm going to do that just yet. I have got an idea in mind, but yeah, we'll just have to suck it and see when that arrives. And then when that's done, then we can finally get it out running, which I really can't wait. So I'm really intrigued to see how it runs. So yeah, that's it. So once again, my friends, thanks so much for watching. It's massively appreciated. If you are new to this channel and this is the first time you've come across one of my videos, if you give it a thumbs up, not a down, a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for our weekly videos, and that would be absolutely awesome. One thing I did forget, hopefully when on the next video these springs will be white. Don't know if the paint will stay on. Other guys have done it and it seems to work, so we'll give it a go anyway. Happy seeing.